Hi, I'm Dr. Jacobs with Health Source of Huntsville, and I'm here with Matt. And this time of year, I know a lot of you are making New Year's resolutions to not only get fit, but also healthy. And we want to make sure as you are moving more that you're not at risk for injuring yourself so you can hit all of your goals. So one thing we want to do is do a quick screen to make sure you're not at risk for an ankle, knee, hip, or low back injury. And to do that, we're simply going to do something called an 8-inch step down screen. So this step is obviously 8 inches off the floor. I'm going to first have Matt take his right heel and he's going to just touch it to the floor just like that. And what we're looking for is we want to make sure that his knee is tracking nice and straight, and we also want to make sure that his heel stays nice and flat on the step. So I'm going to have Matt go ahead and do it again and watch his knee, and it's going to track nice and straight. Oh, that time actually it started to crash inward just a little bit, but his heel did stay nice and flat on the step. So when your knee is crashing inward, what that means is that we have some glute med weakness. So it's a little muscle that lives right here, and that is the main stabilizer for your pelvis. When that muscle is weak or inhibited, meaning it's not working correctly, then you are at risk for an ACL tear in your knee if you're doing anything where you're jumping and landing on one leg, because that knee could crash inward. Okay? Now we're going to take a look at Matt's other side. So I'm going to have him take his left heel and touch it to the floor, and first we're going to watch his right knee as he does that. And we had a little bit of dysfunction here. So not only is his right knee also crashing inward, so we have that glute med weakness at his pelvis here, but he has a really hard time keeping his heel on the step too. So I'm going to have Matt turn to the side so you can get a better view at that. Okay, so watch his heel on the step as he steps down, and see his heel wants to come up. So Matt, not only, poor Matt, has some glute med weakness, but he also has some limited ankle mobility. And all of that means that he would be at risk for either an ankle foot injury, potentially knee, hip, or low back. So this is something you can easily do at home. If you have stairs, you just step down and feel your base leg. If you feel that knee crash inward, or if it wobbles back and forth, or if your heel doesn't stay on the step as you're stepping down with the other leg, those are things you definitely need to get checked out so that you aren't at risk for an injury.